So, so I'm Viljo from Conversion Excel. Any Conversion Excel readers here? You can raise your hands. Yeah, we have a few. So we write this blog, and we also optimize different websites. So actually, a very sad story with conversion optimization is that a lot of people get it wrong. And if you do conversion optimization without proper knowledge, it's like solving your personal problems with alcohol. You take a few drinks, it feels pretty good, but next day our friend hangover is there, and all the problems are back, and they are even more severe. And what do people do? They drink some more. So not a very wise strategy. In conversion optimization, people like design a new treatment for their web page, maybe a new home page or whatever product page, and then they run the tests, and something like this happens. So next day they look at the test, they see like plus 40% more conversions, or like plus 185% more revenue, and it's like a confidence level like 99 or something like this. So they are very happy because it's kind of working out. Maybe they just tried a new picture on the home page and tweaked it a bit, and such gains. They of course go to the office, tell to everyone, so look at what I did. Awesome. So they implement the change right away and they continue testing. But after a few weeks, maybe after a month, all this success should somehow translate into money. And they look at their bank account and they kind of see that, yeah, the situation is the same, or the situation is even worse. So what is going on? And there are many problems, and it's a huge and very long topic, but I will speak mostly about the most important things that people are getting wrong in conversion optimization and A/B testing, so you could avoid those mistakes. So first of all, people are calling tests too early. The rule of thumb is that always test until statistical significance, 95% or more. You need also to have a good, decent sample size, at least 100 conversions per variation. It's a very weird that many testing tools there are pushing people to call tests too early. Like this is one screen from Optimizely some time ago. Like they told that, okay, you need like 100 visitors and at least 25 conversions. This is not enough. This is pure statistics. You can't call a test when you haven't achieved a statistically significant result. So there are many good tools out there to calculate how big your sample size has to be, like testsignificance.com. So make sure always follow those rules and manually check your tests before you declare the winner. What else? So let's say that you achieve the significance 95% or more and the sample size in 3 days. But if you run like a report in Google Analytics where you pull out the data to see what are your conversion rates during different days, then you will see that your conversion rates vary a lot during different days. So if you test only on days where your site is converting very well, then you will miss out of this other data where your site is not converting so well. And this will not give you the whole picture. So always test full weeks. If your test is not reaching the significance during 1 week, test 1 week more, and so on. So if you start on Tuesday, end on Tuesday. If you start on Friday, end on Friday. Because otherwise, you can see like huge gains, but maybe this is just because people are used to buy more stuff from you on those days. And you really don't see what is the whole picture. So always test full weeks. One other problem that people are just running stupid tests. We've seen, like before, clients come to us that they have been testing like many years, even like stupid stuff, like some random visuals, like different shades of gray, like background colors, like stuff that people really don't care about. But they think it's like this is a valid test. Let's see what works the best. And those are not real problems that people that are influencing your conversion. So every test should solve a problem on the site, a problem that is relevant for the client. But this is also that's why always use different conversion frameworks, case studies. There are many resources out there how to analyze your site to map different problems, like the lift model from Wider Funnel, a great kind of tool. But this is only part of the truth, because you have to make sure that every test is kind of based on a hypothesis. It means that you have to make sure that if you think something is a problem on a site, you have to make sure that this really is a problem on the site also for the customers. So you need to find some evidence, some proof. Because if you just take like heuristics, like some conversion framework, and you start to optimize a site, let's take like Craigslist. The site looks quite ugly. There are many like ugly sites out there that are converting very well. So you take the lift model and start to optimize this site. Maybe you put like some call to action somewhere, some trust elements, maybe a value proposition, but actually you don't need to do that. You know, to never solve problems that are not problems for the clients. So that's why always get some proof that your ideas that you want to test are really relevant for your clients. So a good test hypothesis always consists of heuristics, like some conversion frameworks, case studies that tell you what to test, and also proof. So how to get that proof? You have to do conversion research. Also, some tools were already mentioned here, but create a way to know what people really think or what are the problems. Exit surveys like the Qualaroo. Actually, people give very good feedback if something like this pops up and asks, is there some information missing, or why are you not purchasing? So you get very good feedback from there. You can look at heat maps to see maybe your call to actions, people can't find those. Maybe there are some web page elements that people can't find. You can do, of course, user testing. They say that 10 user tests can find 95% of all problems on your website. And there are many tools out there. You can do qualitative surveys to get some good feedback from your clients, and also you have to dig in analytics to see what are the parts in your funnel on your web page where people are dropping off. So this is the proof that you need to get to form good tests. Other mistake that people make is that they don't have the right expectations regards testing. So people are giving up after the first test fails. We've seen it many times. They run a test on homepage or in the shopping cart, and the test fails. They will go to another page and start all over again. But every test is a learning experience, and even if the test kind of fails, you will not get more conversions, then this is also a result. You have to learn from this result and design a new, better test. So here is one example. We optimized one landing page, and we had to run 6 tests before we got 80% lift. But several of those tests failed. But we got very good insights. What visuals the clients like, what should be the copy, what information do we have to ask to get them to sign up. So never give up after the first test fails. It's an ongoing process, and there are no wrong and right answers, only results. Okay, so one more thing. People are ignoring small gains. Have you read any case studies where about conversion optimization where someone tells that, okay, we did a test and we got like a 2% raise? Yeah, no one, because there aren't such case studies out there. Usually you can see case studies that, okay, we use that kind of strategy and like 300% and 60% and 100% raise. So usually if people start to test, they want to kind of repeat that, and they are looking for the best and the biggest result. But actually, most winning tests are resulting in small gains, a few percent from here, a few percent from there. So this is where the money lays. If you can raise your conversion rate 5% every month, it means that after 12 months, it's 80% increase. And it's much wiser and easier to improve 100 small things on a page than to improve one thing 100%. It's much more complicated. So never ignore small gains. This is where the money actually lies. But yeah, of course, if you get big gains, it's awesome. Don't ignore those also. Okay. And we have worked out a revenue calculator where you can also see like how much increase in revenue even small gains can bring you. And kind of to sum it up, make sure that you test all the time, because companies always lack traffic and time. And make sure you use this time to learn more about your audience, more about your clients, and more about what really works on your site. We've seen so many companies and people who read a lot about conversion optimization. They plan conversion optimization, but they never kind of do it. And we've seen companies that have very low traffic. They run tests that take 6 months and sometimes even like 8 or more months, but they are still testing. And those very long tests can also bring results. But for that, you have to test all the time, keep on learning, and keep on optimizing your site. So yeah, this is actually it. Those were the biggest mistakes we've seen that people make when they optimize their sites, and make sure you're not repeating the mistakes. Here are some links you can follow to get started. Yeah, you can get more information from my blog.